Government spending represents over 1/3 of all spending in the United States, and it's expected to continue to increase as the years go by. But where exactly is this money actually going? Who is actually profiting from government spending? Government contractors. According to GovExec, federal contract spending was expected to exceed over $600 billion in the year of 2020. That's a lot of money going into the hands of businesses that are set up to get government contracts. Hi, my name is Sherman, a CPA with Life Accounting, a full-service accounting firm that helps small businesses grow and manage their finances. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to make the government a customer of your business by getting government contracts. If you want to learn how to actually get government contracts for your business, then stick around because you're in the right place. If you want to know if this stuff actually works, then I'm here today to tell you it does. I recently went through all of these steps with our marketing business, Life Marketing, and was successfully approved as a government contractor. Now, I decided to apply after we spoke at the Inc. 5000 conference, where we did a panel discussion on good growth versus fast growth. Everyone on the panel was talking about how they grew their business very quickly and gave some advice for the people in the audience. There was a lot of good information that was shared, but there was one gentleman named Bruce who basically said he grew his business by millions of dollars through government contracts. I figured he wasn't lying because obviously Inc. magazine trusted him as a speaker at their conference, and secondly, his company has ranked near the top of the list at number 191 out of the top 5,000 fastest growing companies in the world. It was at this exact moment that I realized that people are actually getting rich off of government contracts. I mean, in the past, I've heard people call me and try to sell me some $6,000 package to try to register my business and do my paperwork, and I always thought it was some type of scam. But once I realized government contracts were legit, I decided to figure out how to do this for myself. And I'll be honest, it was a little confusing at first. There isn't a lot of information on this online, and many people aren't really talking about it, probably because they don't want you to get in and start competing with them. But today I'm going to give you all the information you need to get registered as a government contractor. So put your seatbelts on and let's get ready to ride. All right, let's start with the basics. First of all, what are government contracts? Government contracts are agreements that outline business transactions between companies and government entities. Federal government agencies are required to publicly list their contract opportunities. Now, you're probably wondering, where exactly can you find these contract opportunities? Most government contract opportunities are listed on SAM, which stands for Systems for Award Management. To find government contract opportunities, go to beta.sam.gov and you can start searching for government contracts. SAM is an official website of the US government, and the best part is you can use their website for free. This is where you are registered to do business with the US government and find government contracts. Now, in order to actually bid on a contract opportunity, you have to be registered as a government contractor. So with that said, here are the steps that you need to take in order to register your business as a government contractor. Step 1. Determine if your business is fit for government contracts. In order to bid and win government contracts, you'll need to sell products or services that the government actually buys and offer it to them at a competitive price. Yes, you may have heard that some government contracts are reserved for certain types of businesses. For example, there are government contracts that are exclusively set aside for women-owned, minority-owned, and veteran-owned businesses. There are also contracts that are specifically set aside for disadvantaged businesses or businesses that are located in underutilized areas. If any of these circumstances fit your business, then you should definitely take advantage of government contracts. And by the way, if you don't fit these circumstances, then don't worry, because you can still take advantage of and win government contracts. But regardless, at the end of the day, you need to sell something that the government needs. If you don't, it doesn't matter what kind of circumstances you are in, you will have a hard time winning government contracts. The good news is that there are a lot of things that the government spends their money on. So search around on SAM to find out what they are in need of. All right, step number 2, use the SBA's contracting guide to aid you in registering. Once you have determined that you sell something that the government needs, then you need to register as soon as possible. In the video description below, I have linked the exact URL for the SBA's guide to becoming a government contractor. By the way, if you're getting worried, I'm not going to leave you on some cliff with a link in my bio. I'm about to show you the steps that I took to register in just a second. Though, if you ever get lost along the way, then use this link as a guide. This is the exact guide I followed to register as a government contractor. You don't need to pay someone to do this for you. All right, step number 3, get your DUNS number. In order to register as a government contractor, you will need your DUNS number. A DUNS number is a unique 9-digit identification number for the physical location of your business. You can register for your DUNS number on fedgov.dmb.com. which I have also attached to my YouTube description below. You can also search to see if you already have a DUNS number for your business in the first place. When I went through this process, it turned out I already did. But when registering or reviewing your DUNS account, carefully review the information. If anything is inconsistent from what's on your application to register to your DUNS information, then you may be rejected. I know this because my first application was rejected because my address was not correct. Well, at least I thought it was, but it turned out one letter or something very small was wrong. Either way, you can save yourself the headache by carefully reviewing this information. Make sure your business information is consistent across everything you do to decrease your chances of being rejected. Step number 4, find your NAICS code. The second thing you will need for your application is your NAICS code. A NAICS code is basically a code that classifies your business based on the particular product or service you supply. This isn't something that you have to register for. You just need to determine what industry your business is in and find the NAICS code that best matches your business industry. For example, for our accounting firm, all we had to do was search the NAICS database for accounting. Then we could choose the code that best represents our firm. Now, to get your NAICS code, you'll need to go to census.gov. I have linked the exact URL you will need in my description below that will take you directly to the NAICS database where I just performed a search query. Step number 5, get your employer identification number. One of the last things you will need before applying is your EIN, or your employer identification number. Your EIN is what you will use as your taxpayer identification number in your SAM application. If you have filed business tax returns in the past, you should already have one and can locate this number on your tax returns. If you don't have an EIN, you can easily apply for one on the IRS website. I've listed the link to do so in the description of this video. By the way, if any of this stuff I'm linking is helping you, then please help me out by clicking that like button below. All right, step number 6, register with SAM. Once you have your DUNS number, NAICS code, and EIN, you should have the information you need in order to register with SAM. You can register at sam.gov. You will first need to create a user account, and once your user account is created, you can proceed with registering your entity. Then, once you start registering your entity, it will ask you a series of questions about your business information. But it should be a pretty straightforward process for you since you've already done the hard part by getting all the information we discussed in advance. Once you submit your registration in SAM, you will need to wait for them to review your registration and approve you for government contracts, which leads me to step number 7. Find and win government contract opportunities. Once you are approved, you will need to create your profile inside of the SAM database. Be sure to carefully create your profile because government agencies often use this database to find companies that they want to work with. But don't sit and wait on opportunities to come knocking on your door. Go to beta.sam.gov and start looking for opportunities. For example, if your business offers engineering services, go to the search engine, change the filter to contract opportunities, and simply type in engineering. Then select contract opportunities that you might be interested in. Once you select an opportunity that you're interested in, you will be able to verify if the opportunity is still active or not. If so, simply review the description, attachments, and contact information of the decision makers associated with this opportunity. If you meet the criteria of what they are looking for, then you could submit a proposal to bid on the government contract. In your proposal, be sure to specify your experience, credentials, capabilities, and why you are the best candidate to win the contract opportunity. If you do this successfully, you can end up winning government contracts that propel your business to make thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions of dollars, like in the example I provided at the beginning of this episode. So by now you should have all the information you need to begin bidding on government contracts. By the way, our accounting firm offers bookkeeping, accounting, and tax services for small businesses. We do not, however, assist you with getting government contracts. So if you need help with this process, be sure to review the information that I have provided in our YouTube description below. And if you have any questions on this, then be sure to drop it in the comments and we'll try our best to get back to you. Okay, one last thing. Let's go ahead and recap the content of today's episode so you can get to work. Today we discussed on how to bid on government contracts and how we successfully did this for one of the businesses that we own. As discussed, the government spends close to $600 billion per year in federal contracts, and there are specific opportunities that are set aside for small businesses, women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, and so much more. The process to become a government contractor is not as complicated as it sounds. All you need to do is sell something that the government needs and meet their registration requirements. I went over this and explained the common things that trip people up when they apply, which is getting their DUNS number, NAICS code, and taxpayer identification number. Once you have this information, then you should have what you need to make registration easier for yourself. But remember, when you're obtaining this information, you need to make sure that your business information is consistent. If something is off, like your name or your address is misspelled, then it can delay the registration process for your business. Once you register and are approved, then government contracts become fair game. Just use beta.sam.gov to find contract opportunities and do everything you can to win them. All right, that's it for today's video, folks. I hope you found it interesting and useful. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to help me out here. And by the way, if you want more content on how to grow and manage your business finances, then be sure to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, take care.